cooking something today. So what we're doing is I'm making buffalo chicken loaded potatoes. I've seen a couple of variations, add some meat, make it twice baked, things like that. So I had an idea and I wanted to give it a shot. So this is what we got going on today. This is what we're using. So we got some nice breasts. We got some bacon. We got some nice potatoes, some ones that can hold up. You want some decent sized ones. We have Ancient C, quarter crack black. We're gonna use a little Frank's Red Hot seasoning. I know you don't ever see me use anything out of a bottle, but this stuff has a little special place with me, but you gotta watch it. It's salty. Stuff is like a time bomb, man, but it's good if it's used right. We got some chives, some nice farm style mozzarella, got some Monterey Jack, and of course, we got some creamy blue. So we are going to fire up the pit and do some prepping. Let's get to cooking. So, first off, we're gonna get these potatoes ready. Let me glove up. Should just need one. Some good old duck fat. We try to keep these a little shorter, so just gonna hit all the potatoes here, some duck fat, both sides. And then we are going to salt. Don't worry about what's falling in the pan. We'll roll them over. And some coarse cracked pepper. You gotta remember that pepper works almost like an aggregate in concrete. Catches everything. So what it'll do is pepper does a really good job at grabbing smoke. And that's what we want. We want some of that flavor. We're cooking them at a little bit higher heat, but there will be that smoke flavor, There's no reason to low and slow a potato, you know what I mean? This is a nice coarse sea salt also, as you can see. It's what I use everything. All my stuff is that same stuff. Duck fat. Most delicious glue you'll ever use, And let's, just to keep them all honest, move them around here. Pick up some of that drop. That's that on that. Now, let's get our chicken going. I'm gonna put them both on at the same time. So what we're gonna do, make us a little room. Going to find the edges here, and we're going to try and lift the skin off of these. We want to use the skin, and we want to cook them with the skin, but we want some flavor underneath it. And This way also we are separating that layer of fat, so when we do cook the skin afterwards, it'll get nice and crispy. So we're gonna leave it partially on, so we have some connection. Just keep it off to the side like that. All right, beautiful. So now, again, duck fat. Don't have to go quite as much, but we just want something to get everything to stick. And this, we're gonna hit with some Frank's Red Hot. We're gonna get them going buffalo right off the bat. Like I said, less is more with this stuff. We don't necessarily want much of the buffalo flavor on the skin, because we're gonna need that, a little bit of balance. It's what we do with the skin later. There we go. It should be good once that stuff rubs in a little bit. Beautiful. And these guys right back over the top. Put them back in their bed the best you can. Like so. And now, on the skin, we are just gonna hit lightly, a little salt, and a little pepper. Salt will help crisp up the skin, give her a little love. She's gonna become its own thing. Side over here didn't get much. All right, that's it. So now we are going to get them on the pit and let them cook. We're gonna do probably about an hour. I don't know. We'll check the breasts. We want them 165. Potatoes, I'm guessing maybe around an hour, because we're cooking them at 400. So let's get them on there. Alright, so it's been about half an hour, somewhere right around there. Threw some bacon on top shelf for the whole mix above the potatoes, because bacon drippings on potatoes, you know what I mean? So it just makes sense. So we're going in to roll the potatoes over. Our chicken breasts are sitting at 121 right now, so let's check it out. Sorry about the guys decided to mow their grass, but we got our bacon dripping. So here's our potatoes. We're just gonna give them just a single flip. Try not to burn the hell out of myself. They probably will. And that's it. So we got that, boys, going under here. Got some of that love from the bacon. Our chicken breasts are looking good. Our skin's already nice and crispy, and we're only at the 121 mark, so we'll be good. Then we're gonna grill that skin off too. So. All right, we'll be back. So here we have our chicken breast. breasts. Check this out. Oh, nice and crispy. And we have our potatoes. Turned out beautiful again. Ooh, nice crispy skin on those bad boys. Let's make them. So, what I'm going to do is I want to chop the chicken as opposed to pulling it or shredding it. So I'm going to do kind of a rough chop on it because I want some texture in there. You know, there's going to be some denseness with the tomato, things like that. So I am going to, first off, we are going to pull the skin because we're going to save this. We're doing something with it. Look at that. Is that beautiful or what? I like it. And then, I think I'm just gonna use this bad boy here. And I'm going to bring it along the blade here. So I can pull some. I want a variation of the textures, you know? So, oh, look how juicy that is. Beautiful. That's a nice chicken breast right there. I don't want it to be uniform chopped, but so we're gonna make a little bit of a mess of it. Have a couple of different textures going on, but I don't want it to be too fine. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we're gonna do here. We're gonna give these a couple of passes. Throw them in the bowl. Again. It's kind of shredding itself a little bit. So I like to see. Yeah, I think that's good texture right there. I think that'll be good. Have some pieces, some chunks, a little shred. I think it'll mix up real good. So let's move on. Let's get the rest of these done. All right, so here's our chicken. I think we got a real nice texture here. Looks really good. Tastes super good. I snuck a piece. Now, we are going to add some Monterey here. I'd have to say there's, I don't know, maybe a cup. Monterey adds a nice creaminess to it. Monterey and Buffalo, to me, just kind of happens, you know. Goes that way. And, of course, some mozzarella. Gonna wing this one. I'm gonna probably say, I don't know, cup. See how it looks once we mix it all in there. Man, I should have used a bigger bowl, right? Dropping shit. Spin up from the bottom. Oh man, I got my probe in the way. Got a mess going on here, boys and girls. So, all right, now I have my buffalo sauce here. Look at that beautiful color. I use, my buffalo sauce is pretty straightforward. It's a cup of, or half cup of, this is a half cup of salted sweet cream butter, because I don't use any salt. And I prefer Texas Pete's for my hot sauce. So I got a half a cup of that as well, so equal parts. Teaspoon of garlic powder, granulated garlic, teaspoon of black pepper, and excuse me, a half a teaspoon of celery seed. Wow, sorry about that. So we're just gonna pour this in there. All right, now let's get her mixed up. No, it doesn't look like a lot, but once you start mixing it, all that buffalo sauce will coat everything, and it'll be plenty. Get the center here. Sure it gets everywhere. The chicken was cooled a little bit, but not, you know, not a whole lot. So that cheese is starting to loosen up in there real nicely. And it's smelling fantastic. So that's what we got going on there. So now we are going to take our bacon we smoked, did it nice and crispy. And yep, all kids in the pool, you know. Let's do like a ribbon chop on this. Do a little cross. This will add a nice little, real nice texture into this. Plus it's bacon. So. Man, I'm gonna need to hose down the kitchen when I'm done with this one. All sorts of shit going everywhere. All right, now I'm gonna set that bad boy to the side and let's work on one of these potatoes, shall we? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna come in on an angle here, straight down, not too far. And we'll make a little potato boat. And, oh, I forgot to grab a spoon, 1 second. So we're gonna take our spoon and we're just gonna carve some out. You wanna leave some in there, but we don't want it all potato. So I'm gonna put that on this plate here. A nice little bed in there. There, it's beautiful. Beautiful. Just like so. All right, let's get the rest of these done. Here's our potato boats. I'm sorry, I have a pig picking at my feet. It's not, she wants to eat, but it's not time yet. There they are. Now, let's get some chicken in them. We're gonna be generous here. So them potatoes, they're big boys. So when you bite, you want to know that there's chicken and potato. You want a meal, you know what I mean? So we're just gonna load them up. Don't be scared. Give them a mix now and then. Just make sure you got all the good stuff together. I'm excited about these, boys and girls. And we're doing this together for the first time, so. I've had the idea, but I've never done them, so. There we go. Look at that. It's beautiful. So now we are going to just get just a little bit on the top, you know what I mean? Just a couple of things, so we know that there's cheese in there. And then what we're gonna do is, let me grab the other ones. 1 second. So we got some nice creamy blue cheese here. And we're just gonna give them a little love on the top. Yes, I know I took my glove off, but the thing is, with blue cheese, it's so sticky that even on the nitrils, it just doesn't want to come off, man. So it's all right. We're cooking it. It's fine. Any food that goes in the oven, you don't require gloves. You know what I mean? We don't want much, but we want to know it's there. It is buffalo, after all. Man, these ones are not playing with me. Nice. There we go. That's how we're rolling, boys and girls. I'm gonna throw them back in the smoke at 350 and let them go until nice and melted and they just look tasty. And then I made a my buttermilk ranch. Hey, I made my buttermilk ranch, and I made it a little bit thinner, so it's more of a sauce than anything. That we're just gonna drizzle a little bit on the top, a little bit of chive on the top. It's gonna be good. So, and then we are going to grill off and get our chicken skin even more crispy. And then we're gonna break that up and throw those on the top as well. So it's gonna be nuts. Let's put them back on the pit. Here's our finished product. Check it out. Babies look nice. Nice and smoky. So what we're gonna do, here's some of my homemade ranch, but I made it thinner style, more like a sauce. So I'm just going to just give her a light drizzle on here. Don't need much. And then we're going to top it with some chives. And some of our crispy chicken skin. And that's it right there. Buffalo chicken, loaded potatoes. All right, that's all I got.